At this time, let's begin today's Hexagon Geospatial webcast, Introduction to Mapp Enterprise. It is my pleasure to hand the floor over to your presenter, Jan Trudeau, Geospatial Enterprise Consultant. Jan, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Jessica. Welcome, everyone, to this snapshot series introducing Mapp Enterprise. So first off, I want to start off quickly on talking about our power portfolio, which is our traditional product suite, basically touching on the desktop side with Earth Imagine and GeoMedia, and then moving towards our server products, first up in the middle with our data management solution, Earth Apollo, and then our web solutions. We've introduced last year Hexagon Smart Map, which basically a smart map is all about content, be it your content, be it our partners' content. You're defining your workflows, business workflows. You can actually define also your analytics, and ultimately define the user experience through the presentation of your targeted application. So again, targeted, lightweight, and dynamic. This is Hexagon Smart Map. We've also introduced, alongside with Smart Map, basically our Mapp portfolio, which is our powerful ecosystem. So Mapp portfolio is comprised of three components. Mapp Foundation. So Mapp Foundation basically consists of the best features and functionalities from our power portfolio product, which we've cloudified and made available into the public cloud on Amazon Web Services. We also offer Mapp Studio, which basically is a graphical user interactive interface allowing you to design your applications. And then finally, we have our marketplace, public marketplace, where you can actually have partners and people building these applications and then selling them onto our marketplace. Now, let's move on to basically talking about, I'm going to be referring to this logo that you're seeing right now. Basically all of the various industries out there. Okay, we have transportation, utilities, smart city, emergency, and defense environment, or industries. So basically, the big question is how can we address with our Smart Map platform or Map portfolio all of these various industries? Well, our answer today is basically introducing you Mapp Enterprise. Okay, we've released this year Mapp Enterprise, a brand new product. And basically what is required to enable your enterprise or your SaaS or software as a service offering is basically, first off, to control user access. Then to build and be simple to follow business workflows. Again, targeting your business needs. Also providing a way to easily customize and extend the platform, the Mapp Enterprise platform, so that you can actually better answer your needs. And ultimately, Mapp Enterprise offers you directly to support the enterprise rules and also your business logics, because you're going to be responsible at setting and preparing those applications, but also making sure that your business rules are well answered. So, what is Mapp Enterprise? Mapp Enterprise is basically a platform that allows you to create geospatial and business applications, those Hexagon Smart Maps. And you build these Hexagon Smart Maps and applications within the organization for that organization's purposes, or can also be for the organization's clients or customers. It basically dynamically addresses the enterprise's location-based challenges that everybody sees today, be it with asset management of all of your various assets on the field. So again, we're addressing all of this with Mapp Enterprise. It can be hosted on-premise, and again, it uses the power of our Smart Map basically within your IT and security environment. So the platform focus, we introduced Mapp Portfolio. So we have the Mapp Enterprise, which targets basically system integrators, IT companies, and also medium to large scale organizations. And on the bottom, you can actually also see that we're using our Mapp Portfolio, which to power our public available Hexagon Smart Maps through our marketplace. Now, just a technology overview. Quickly, I mean, I won't go in too much in depth about this, but the typical IT business, IT stack in business is basically to manage the servers, the data centers, the operating system databases. This is what in the cloud Amazon does for us. We've introduced then platform as a service, our Mapp Foundation into the cloud, and then the studio to actually provide Hexagon Smart Maps. But Now, with Mapp Enterprise, we actually are targeting the on-premises as well with our Hexagon Smart Map, where you will have probably your existing infrastructure, databases, your hardware infrastructure, your data centers as well. Well, we're actually not supporting this environment. So let me introduce you to the building blocks of Mapp Enterprise. Everything starts from the top here as what you're seeing on this slide. Basically, My Apps page. It's the application where you actually can access the various applications made available to end users. Two ways to actually access these applications: through our rich client and through the traditional web client base, which through a mobile or web browser. And as you can see, this is the initial release. We're actually going to be introducing also a native mobile capability. Now, if we go down, we actually look at the Mapp Enterprise Foundation, where it's all about being able to deliver your own imagery or raster imagery. We're supporting also ECWP, the vector support, point clouds. We actually allow you to create your own business workflows, which I'll touch on the demo. Analytics, and also create queries, which will allow you to, that query engine will allow you to actually interact with your enterprise, with other systems such as ERP systems or asset management systems. Now we go down to the content. I mean, Mapp Enterprise supports native spatial databases. Here listed is SQL Server, Oracle, PostGIS, which is open source. Note that we also are supporting ArcSDE if you're using the direct connection into Oracle and SQL Server. So that is for the S3 customers out there. Note that if you're using the direct connection, we support that too. Now, content is key here. When you build application, everything's about content. So we also are providing connections to our ERDAS Apollo, the geospatial data solution, management solution. And we also enable you the capability to connect to our Mapp Chest, which was introduced, so you can actually go back to previous webcasts to actually review these introductions to Mapp Chest and also the partner content. Everything is done through the Mapp Enterprise Studio to enabling you to easily configure and administer. And by the way, I'll be showing this morning. So let's move towards me demonstrating a quick demo. So first off, I'll be doing two demos. One is going to be from the user perspective, and the user perspective from an external view and an internal view. And then also, I'll be doing a demo from an administrator's perspective. So let me go ahead and share my desktop. Great. So let's start off with, first off, with a external user. So you provide your username, password, and then you just go ahead and log in. Again, everything starts at the My Apps page. So I will launch this New York analysis application, which is, as you can see, a browser-based application, which provides you a business intelligence sense, basically showing you the crime risk within New York, okay? The state of New York, around New York City, as you can see here, where you can quickly interact with that data. So we actually, you can actually go back to previous webcasts, where we talked about our Smart Map and introduced the BI components. Well, that BI component is part of Mapp Enterprise, as you're seeing here. So that's one way you can actually build those quick applications that actually provide an insight, information for your end users. Now let me move on to another different role. In this case, it will be more of an internal role, where again, logging in, I will see again the applications made available to my account. In this case, I'm still seeing that web browser one, but I want to launch the rich client. So I've shown you the web browser one. Now I'm going to be launching the rich client. So that by clicking on it, I'm going to be launching an application. So this application, the rich client application, is Java-based. Okay, so it will ask you a few questions, and once you launch it, it will automatically download and synchronize all of this onto your desktop, or from where you're actually calling it, be it locally sitting at your desk or on a Windows tablet on the field, having a network connectivity and be able to connect to the enterprise or running that application. So we've introduced a lot of new, pretty cool technology within Mapp Enterprise. We've introduced basically vector tile. which is something new. As you can see, the performance pretty fast, pretty easy, and we've also introduced a new capabilities such as on-demand caching. So basically optimizing the way that we're delivering data. So here what you can see is basically a data set where I have over 40 different types of features being shown at once. But I just wanted to quickly introduce you to this rich client interface where you have the legend, you have the various features being shown, you have bookmarks you can actually go and call, do some quick search. We offer also basically selection tools out of the box. Printing capabilities. Then here are basically redlining. So if you want to start doing some collaboration work between various colleagues, you can actually do so with leveraging the redlining by mentioning and then ultimately some measurements that should be able to measure. One of the thing here, one of the key thing about a rich client, as you see, I'm moving around here the map, and you will see these vertices that makes up the geometries. Basically enables you to digitize, so you're seeing snapping capabilities, so digitize new geometries on top of existing ones. And it allows you to snap to those precise vertices that you can actually do advanced capture. Now, let me show you another type of the workflow engines where you can actually create. So I'll go ahead and start searching. So you do have some query capabilities. So I'll search for a specific tax flow here in this case. It will provide me a result set, zoom directly to that location and show me this area. And this tax flow, I want to add a new building extension. This is where we're getting into the business workflows that I've been talking about. So if I click on this little button, it will be calling this workflow, which allows me to create a new building extension. So let's say this that the owner of this tax law will actually want to create a brand new garage. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this easy form, which we use the workflow editor to build this. A really simple editor. And ultimately will enable me to capture on the interact directly in creating a new polygon. So if I want to create a new garage that goes from here, and I'm doing this freely here, but I could actually use the various tools that are made available for me to capture and digitize precise information. So once I'm happy, I can actually go ahead and save this. I just basically created a new building extension, which is now you can start getting into that full extended workflow. So an email is being sent so that somebody can, an asset or could actually go on the field, take some pictures, and continue building a report out of this. I just, again, wanted to quickly touch on some of the capabilities. We do have buildings on top of this. Again, you could actually enable the building, select this building, and do, okay, well, show me all the nearest subway entrance. In this case, I'm going to specify a distance, 150 meter, and actually zooms me directly to the closest one. Again, interaction, it's easy for an end user to actually use the various tools that we make available through the rich client. So then let's move on to basically how do we set up as an admin? So the administrator to actually configure these various applications. So as you can see, this is the Mapp Enterprise Studio, okay, where everything's about content, the imagery, the vector data. You can connect to existing geoservices, third-party geoservices, the WMS, WFS, WMPS. You can define your own styles, define your own workflows. You create your own geoservices because you can create your own WMTS through this Mapp Enterprise easy configuration tool. So again, everything's about creating connections to your underlying data. Then once you've done that, and once you've created the rules, you can cache some of the features because we have a new powerful caching engine, and also a new tiling or vector tile engine, which is really powerful. Then it's all about defining the rich client application, so defining the various legends, the overviews, the various queries. You saw me using some of these. Again, you define them for your end users to actually be able to use. You can define print layouts. I did forget to show you the print layout, so it's all built in. And ultimately, it's about defining the actual application, so setting some roles. Who has access to this application? What are going to be the supported styles? And what is going to be the legend shown for this application? So as you can imagine, now you're focusing with Mapp Enterprise more targeted to the end user. So this is really great for us to do. As you can see, we can also do so transformation on the fly of coordinate systems. On the browser side, again, it's all about creating legends, BI maps. You saw me showing that crime risk. So we do have a full wizard, the same wizard that's being used onto our public cloud. And again, it's all defining basically the rules around the application. Again, tying into the various BI logics, the crime risk BI maps in this case I was defined. It's all about security, so we support single sign-on. We support your Active Directory or any SSO authorization services that you're using within your organization. So this is to be able to connect directly to Enterprise. Role-based, you can set some password rules. So again, a lot of capabilities. We have the workflow editor and also the print layout editor, which enables you to go ahead and create those business workflows and print layouts. So let me go back to continue on my presentation. So some of the key features that you just saw me talking about will create your targeted smart map within your enterprise environment. So you can build these focused applications to address the needs of your department and also your users, be it permit workflows, be it water management workflows, be it transit workflows, any types of business needs that you want to define, you can actually create those applications. Easily configure, customize, and extend. I mean, building workflows is easy through the graphical user interface designer. We have open APIs and SDKs that enables you to extend the existing capabilities of the Mapp Enterprise. Connecting to the enterprise environment is key here, enabling you to connect to Active Directory, like I mentioned early on, and also the SSO environment, as well as creating connections to your existing IT systems, such as ERP software or asset management systems. And then connect to any spatial data sources. I mean, those are key features. You want to be able to connect that data. We, again, do native support of Oracle, SQL Server, and PostGIS, along with supporting the connections directly to the ArcSD connection based on the Oracle and the SQL Server information. Now, on the benefit side, basically, it enables you to, as an organization, to deliver optimized workflows and analytics. It will also enable you to reduce the cost of buying and maintaining desktop GIS licenses, because you saw me doing some snapping examples, and also digitizing and viewing the information. And also enables you to unleash your GIS and business data all within this enterprise environment. It will, you saw the configuration interface, the admin interface. It's pretty easy to manage your enterprise GIS. It will enable you to increase information sharing by breaking down the departmental silos and then using one single platform at the enterprise level to actually answer the needs of all your departments. And ultimately, through software as a service, provide targeted solutions for probably your customers. Now, again, what do we have to offer at Hexagon Geospatial? First off, our portfolio. I've talked about the Hexagon Smart Map on our public cloud ecosystem, and I've been introducing you Mapp Enterprise, which basically is for on-premise installation. Now, introducing you a brand new software license model with Mapp Enterprise, we actually support CapEx and OpEx-oriented budgets. There's no license control or limitations on the number of installed servers. So you can have 10 servers running Mapp Enterprise. We don't care. There's no limitations on the number of end users, a limited number of users. There's no limitations either for a SaaS or software as a service usage. Basically, Mapp Enterprise measures the current usage of the system. So basically, a customer interested in getting Mapp Enterprise for their organization will buy a usage package, will fill in the tank. So imagine it's like a car. You're getting the empty at the gas tank, or you're going to fill it with gas. It's the same thing with Mapp Enterprise. So at that level, you fill it in, and the Mapp Enterprise administrator will count down. It will actually tell you if when the system will give you a prediction of the day when the system will run out of hours. So just to show you the administrative capabilities of Mapp Enterprise, this is actually showing you the usage. So you've got some usage or plan of usage of hours, and basically you're refilling here the tank, and then it actually goes down as you're using the system, and then this red line actually gives you a prediction of when you're going to be running out of hours. And this actually gives you a daily overview of your various applications of the actual usage.
Also, if you're interested in more information on Mapp Enterprise, you can visit the Mapp Enterprise page on our website. The link is below. We also have e-training and demonstration videos available online. We have an extensive list of these with all of our products, including Smart Maps, so be sure to check these out. A little bit more about e-training. These are free, self-paced web training on different topics at no cost to you. So I encourage you to take advantage of this information. And you can also see the website down below, hexagongeospatial.com/support/training. Let's take a look at some of the questions that are coming in. The first question I see is, I see great potential out of Mapp Enterprise targeting my customer base. Are there any limitations on usage?
Thank you, Lauren. No, actually, like I was mentioning, we've introduced a brand new license model with Mapp Enterprise, where the model is basically all based on the usage of the platform. So there's some metrics. We actually calculate the intelligent way of calculating how you're using the system. By the way, we're not calculating the resources being used on the back end. So you're not limited on any cores or any resources being used on the back end. It's just how you're using the applications. So yes, you can actually create a software as a service offering through Mapp Enterprise.
Great, thanks, Jan. Another question that's come in is, will those smart maps built within Mapp Portfolio work also in Mapp Enterprise, one-to-one, or do customers need to redevelop?
So that's a great question. So the Mapp Portfolio into the cloud basically will provide you the Mapp Studio. That same Mapp Studio will actually be available onto the Mapp Enterprise, which will allow you to, so you won't be lost by using both systems.
Great, thank you. You mentioned that Mapp Enterprise is extendable. Can you please explain in what ways?
Sure. So with Mapp Enterprise, we actually enable any organization to extend the capabilities because we are providing full Java, JavaScript, .NET APIs along with a brand new REST API. So a lot of people out there are actually using REST. Well, we do have one also with the Mapp Enterprise platform.
Great, thank you. And one last question, Jan. How easy is it to create a BI application with Mapp Enterprise?
Well, the BI component, basically from our studio onto our Mapp Portfolio or Smart Map into the cloud, is the same into the Mapp Enterprise. So basically, we do have the same wizard, which allows you to quickly set the rules of your BI maps within Mapp Enterprise. So again, we're not doing things differently. We're using components from both our public cloud offering within Mapp Enterprise.
Great. Well, thanks, Jan. We're almost out of time, so we appreciate you taking the time today to attend this webcast, and we look forward to seeing you on our future webcasts.
Great. Thank you so much. This does conclude our Hexagon Geospatial webcast. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.